This is Minecraft Skyblock, but probably not the one you're used to. In this world, we started with a single tree and progressed from there. After bridging out to find animals, we set up a mob farm to get iron for our next task. Finally getting water in this world. I'm Domain Nix, and welcome to the challenge. This is episode 3.
Well, it's finally started raining and we're getting more animals around. So yeah, we haven't gotten a single layer in our cauldron yet, but not to be concerned. It just started a few minutes ago, but yeah, we're luckily there's a chance we might be able to get our water anytime soon. But before we get too concerned about that, we should really take care of those cows so they aren't holding up our mob cap on us. Help if I had inventory space. Downside of mob grinding, having no inventory space. Hey guys, how you doing? We got cows and sheep and a chicken. I mean, we're getting a good mix of animals finally. And our chickens are giving us eggs. That'll just help our inventory issues oh so much. Hi. Can I convince you guys to come down here? Hi. Hi, thank you. Okay. You guys might... This might be an issue. Ooh, did I get to... Okay, well, that's going to be hard for me to deal with that, but maybe that'll be fine. I'm sorry, dude, but yeah, we don't need you. And yeah, same thing with these guys. I mean, I'll take the wool, but like, we don't need you guys at the moment. I'll need more later, but we're right now just trying to keep the mob cap empty so that we can get more animals, and them sitting around is not going to be useful. So let's F3B. Let me get these guys out of this boat. Oh, it would help if I don't do that. Let's get these guys out of the boat. We'll move the boat into a better area. Maybe we'll lure them over here. Hi, can I lure you over here? And we'll put the boat like here-ish. And can I convince you guys to come over here? Yeah, perfect. And there you go. Easy enough. And yeah, still only have 2 iron ingots. So it's taken a bit. And no water yet. It's going to be a slow process. I know this. I've seen cauldrons fill up. They take forever. If you've done powdered snow, it's the same rate as powdered snow. So if we get 3 ingots, we're going to make a bucket. But then any more ingots, we might end up making more cauldrons just to speed this process up a little bit. But you know, who knows? We might get actually lucky and have this fill up on us very easily. So we'll just be here. I'll go back to grinding that out and clearing out. We're going to have so much raw animal meat that I can't do anything with. My first level of water. Let's see. I think that's just a singular level. So yeah, level 1. On the right side, you can see cauldron water, level 1. So yeah, we got 1 level. We have to get 2 more. But I mean, we have progress. We're actually getting water. So we're close to actually getting out of this phase. And this is still the same day. It's just been raining right now. So yeah, we just need to fill up a bit more. Ooh, it looks like we got lucky. It looks like the zombie, it's hard to see with all of them in there, but it looks like that zombie villager is actually holding that arrow I just tossed it. So let's clear out this area a little bit. No, the zombie villager groaning is him. That's fine. Because yeah, I tossed some gold boots in here. And boots tend to be the easiest way to see without using free cam to look in. Ooh, did we just get some glowstone? You can give it to me? We haven't gotten another piece of glowstone since we picked up that last one, so that would be great if we're picking up more glowstone finally. I am trying to keep some of the armor. Oh, I need those boots back. Just for us in the future until we actually can get our own, but I'm not being too persnickety at the moment about what it says on it. I just want something to keep me a little bit protected anytime I come across thorns, basically. So let's see. Okay, he's more or less alone, so let's see. There we go. Perfect. We have a zombie villager that will hold on to some items. And that'll keep him protected in case I accidentally clip him while clearing out this with the next time we get another zombie villager. But you know, this is perfect. We have one of our zombie villagers that we need. And yeah, once we just got to get a second one, and then we actually have to like get gold and stuff to get past that. But you know, for right now we have one. It'll be a bit before we can actually like utilize him, but this is totally manageable. And yeah, he's going to be safe here. He can't despawn. The only way he should ever disappear is me accidentally wiping him out. So we might have to end up separating him from the group in here, but that's easily manageable. I can, if anything, I can make the path a little bit longer and just cut out his own little area for it. So, no. Trying to keep these carrots and stuff growing, and it doesn't help that I keep picking up the wrong item. We also have picked up some armadillos. I'm unsure if I should keep them. I probably will. I'll probably just get them and put them into a boat. Just so we have them, because we don't have many animals so far. It would be nice to have a little bit of company in this world, but yeah. We saw them spawn over there a bit ago, but haven't progressed over to moving them into a good spot yet. And we have been getting some nice shells. None of them are enchanted, so we can just kind of merge them like this to get higher tier ones. But like the Silk Touch one, we definitely want to leave it as Silk Touch, so I have the ability to move grass blocks or anything that might be useful to us. But that's where we're at so far. I mean, again, we got our single level of water, so that's at least something. I am debating if we should head out to a witch hut and actually build a farm over there, because you can see we're not getting glowstone that much, which we really want to get the iron first. But now that we have our cauldron, technically we're set, because we have bottles, and I can pick up this water in this cauldron with a bottle and store it in my bottle, no problem. And then once I get another spot, like say I want to move over and sit at a witch farm, I can bring the cauldron over there, keep this bottle safe. Once I get 3 levels, put all the bottles back into the cauldron, and we can take advantage of it that way. So it's not like this cauldron has to stay here. We could journey somewhere else and work on a different task, and like getting glowstone is going to be the best way we can start getting our wandering trader platform going. And we need to get a large area and have these spawnable blocks like these dirts over here and stuff like that. And we don't have enough torches. We do have a fair bit of redstone. We could actually take advantage of that, but it's going to require so many torches to get everything going. I would rather just go get some glowstone like this and have it cover a wider area than that. Same thing with, if we get glowstone, we could put it over our farm, help our farm grow a little bit quicker. We could put it over there, so we could maybe put more dirt over in that thing. It would just benefit us a little bit more to have more light sources besides a redstone torch. That's something I'm considering at the time, just so that we could do a little bit more, because yeah, we're so close, but we're going to be waiting on the cauldron as it is. So if we could progress a little bit more, get ourselves enough glowstone to light up this area and actually make this all spawnable for wandering traders, then we get to utilize this a bit more. But it's gonna be a while, because from what I remember, our witch farm, if we make one, was like something like 3,000 blocks north of us or something, and I don't have the resources for that. I am cutting down these trees anytime I can, but again, we don't have glowstone, so they're taking a while to grow. And it doesn't help when I get distracted by stuff and leave them up like this. But even then, even if I had taken this down perfectly, it's still taking a while to grow these resources. So it's not going to be anytime soon that we take advantage of this. But that is something to be considered, is that if we head out and set that up, we could AFK there for a bit, get enough stuff. We'd get a ton of sticks and redstone and glowstone, hopefully. We'd have more bottles, because remember, the wandering traders do trade water bottles. And once we get a full water source, we basically have infinite water, because it's very easy to just take bone meal or take water bottles themselves and craft your second water source block. So this is like the longest part, is us just waiting for that cauldron to fill up. And once it does, we can easily progress on to the next stage and have more and more water sources, make ourselves a better mob farm than this one. This one's working fine, obviously. It's not ideal, but having like a flushing farm would probably be more efficient. We could potentially sort the zombies and skeletons from the creepers and witches so that... Ooh, I'm getting thorns again. So that we don't have to deal with these witches. And again, if we have a witch hut farm, we can be getting all of our redstone and glowstone for that. We don't need to be killing them manually with these wooden tools that are breaking very quickly. So that's the thought I'm having. It would also just give me something else to do when I'm annoyed or sitting here doing this, or something I could do AFK, because this is a very active task. I have to sit here and attack these enemies. I obviously could turn on an auto clicker and have it swipe away, but you see, we're getting thorns every once in a while, and the thorns these guys have seems to be decently strong. Ooh! There's a donkey! We got a donkey! We don't have a saddle, but we have a donkey! I'm getting distracted. It's okay, but yeah. That's just a thought I had. Is if we head out, we'd have to, again, it's going to be a long journey before we get to where the witch huts were. So it's going to be a lot of me grinding trees and getting us enough resources to make it out there. But that's a thought I had. I don't know if we're going to get to that in this video, but something at least to consider in the future. And tell me if you guys have any thoughts. Do you guys think it would just be better to sit around here waiting for the water to get, so we get enough water so we can progress that way? Or should we head out and start doing more, like getting more glowstone and stuff like that? Because the only way to really speed up glowstone is with a witch hut. And yeah, we already saw in the previous episode how far our witch huts are away. I could probably pop that up on screen. So you can see we're down here. We could head south and head to this one, but it's decently far away. We are at, right around here, we're at 59, negative 160, to give you a perspective. And this one is at least 3,000 blocks away. This one's probably about the same, maybe 4,000 blocks away, but yeah, so that's going to be a lot of bridging to reach either of those. And again, we were planning on heading up north anyway to take advantage of this mushroom field. There's also a jungle up here. Once we get water, we can go get bamboo. That gives us another way to progress the thing. Instead of having to make ladders, we could make scaffolding to do stuff. So it's not like building north is a bad thing. We'll end up doing it at some point anyway, but that's something to consider as we're progressing. Just so that we're not just sitting around here, not really thinking about the future. We want to kind of think a little bit about the future just so we know where we're heading next. But yeah, once we unlock water, there's actually a lot of fun things that I think would be interesting in... Oh my gosh, all the animals. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Hi, how you guys doing? Unfortunately, I don't need half of you, but we can at least save the armadillos. But yeah, thinking ahead, we do want to take advantage of the stuff around us and try to start building out towards areas we will eventually need to head towards. So, but yeah, that's just a thought. Tell me what you guys think. What are your thoughts on this? I would like more input because you guys are watching this. Are you guys interested in watching me do this? Do you actually want to watch me make the witch farm and, grind it naturally? Or are you okay with it just being an AFK thing? We have a baby zombie villager. I've never actually converted a baby zombie villager. Should we see? If he actually picks something up, that might be something to consider. He might be a bit of a hassle to deal with, but... Excuse me, can I lure you over here? Hi. Witch eliminated. Let's open this up. Let's pull everyone over. Yeah, baby zombie villager. Look at that. It's very hard to see. I mean, again, if he'll if he'll stick around, we can gladly keep him. Trying to make sure we're not getting him. I think the other guy was in the other area. But yeah, is he? I think he has boots on, so he might be a good one. I don't know if having a baby zombie villager is going to be an issue, but we can find that out easily. I swear the amount of resources you get from killing mobs. I am starting to hit the point of how much do I actually keep. Just because, like, I don't want to have too much stuff hoarding up my inventory, but stuff like glowstone, like I want to keep the glowstone. The sugar isn't too important, but it could be useful for stuff. Don't really care about leather tools. But yeah, if you guys tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Just because there's going to be so much to these episodes anyway with just how this mod pack is that if I can speed us up, do you want me to speed us up out offline? Would you rather actually be along for the ride for stuff if I take time? If I spend the time filling out this entire area to spawn wandering traders, do you want to watch that? Do you want a time lapse of that? Or would you rather I just do it and then be like, okay, I built it. We're here now. So let me know what you guys think. I want to get some input besides my own. But yeah, I don't mind watching people build stuff. I think it's fascinating to watch the process, but it would be nice to get more than just my own opinion. They gave their scoots. Look, we got scoots. Hi, I want to keep you, but you don't get in boats, right? No? Okay. We'll have to see. Did I lose an armadillo? No, okay. We got 2 armadillos. Sheep, I'm sorry. You are not needed. You are needed, but like, you're holding up my mob cap right now. Armadillos, I don't know what you gravitate towards. I've never really dealt with armadillos before. Are you guys attracted to anything? Probably. Will you get in a boat? Yay. Perfect. That worked out nicely. I know you won't, but we can have 1 or 2 animals sitting around. It'll be fine. I am going to push you off this so that you're not holding up the grass spots. We may have to put him in a pen like with the sheep so he doesn't wander up here and take up their spots. But you will be useful for us, especially if we do make that witch farm. We need to get leather. If we could get some more cows, the cows would be able to give us leather possibly. And then I don't know what the crafting recipe is for saddles anymore. So, I mean, if we can look that up and I can figure out what a saddle is, we might be able to make ourselves a saddle and then take advantage of him. Please don't wander off into the abyss, donkey. He's a decent... Did you see that? He did a 1.5 block jump. I don't do much with horses ever in Minecraft, and I've never dealt with donkeys just because I've never... If I don't do horses, why would I think of donkeys? But, like, interesting. A lot of stuff we can try because how these mod packs go. And, like, armadillo, we could actually make wolf armor. I don't think I have much of a purpose for it because it's Skyblock and, like, I control where the mobs are going to spawn anyway. But, you know, it might be something nice to have. Apparently, I just need to complain about not having resources, and then we just start getting some. Because I swear, that's like the 3rd or 4th piece of glowstone I've picked up so far from multiple witches, so I don't know. I'm still, like I said, I'm still thinking we head up north. If we could get the donkey saddle, we do have our 3 ingots for a bucket, but we'll hold off on that for right now. And let's see if I can find our zombie villager among all the zombies and creepers here. We have 2 of them there. He's holding that. I think he's just wearing armor. He might not be. If I give him maybe a bone. Let's toss that up there. See if he picks it up. He's not picking it up. So that might not be good. He might just have spawned with the armor on, which is not good. It means he isn't fully gonna stay alive, so unfortunately we're still on the hunt. But again, so far so good. We're making lots of progress. We're getting a lot of resources that'll be more useful later on. I'm thinking I might just hold off on picking up too many more bits of arrows and gunpowder. Like the gunpowder could be useful, but it's going to be a while before we actually have like an elytra or anything that could be used. If we get, there is a cool way to get sand in this game, which I'm really looking forward to. But we could use that to make TNT, which is something that I don't really use TNT for much in this game. But like right now, I've just been chopping down these trees. We could actually possibly use a TNT to make like a TNT farm or something. Now we'd have to like manually release a TNT and everything. And it's not going to be duplicated. It's just going to be normal TNT. But yeah, that would save me having to cut down all these trees. Now, I could also just make some wooden tools, but I don't really want to waste the wood on it. It's probably beneficial to have wood tools just to cut them down a tiny bit faster, but I'm not that concerned about the time spent. I'm going to be waiting here for things to fall down anyway, so if I come here, punch these trees a little bit, when I start hearing things die, run over and smack them here for a bit. I think that's fine. It's mostly these witches that are a pain. And I don't want to just ignore them because we need their drops. But gosh, they take so long to die. But yeah, you can see we're getting so many bows, so many things. We are getting iron tools, which is great. But it's still a lot of inventory management to make sure we're keeping stuff and getting rid of the stuff we don't need. You have nothing and you have nothing, so we can combine you guys. And unfortunately, I don't have much use for like this iron shovel at the moment, so me combining it isn't exactly that beneficial in the long run. But it does at least save us the inventory space. And you can see we're starting to get some glowstone, but it's still just a long process, so anytime I can speed this up. Like if we get like TNT would be great. I could have Mike grow a bunch of trees, use a ton of the bone meal that we have, and then just set off a TNT in the center of them. We'd have to figure out a way. Actually, we could light it with a redstone torch. It would be fine. We could figure out a way to do this, but yeah, that's something on my mind at the moment while I'm waiting for more to happen in this mod. Well, let's see. I know... Let's turn this off and let's look up saddles. So what do we actually need? Okay, we need 3 leather and 1 ingot. We do have the extra ingot. We have 3 that we need for a bucket and 1 extra. So if we could just get a few more pieces of leather, we can actually take advantage of that donkey over there. So that's something interesting. It's so fun to actually have the ability to make your own saddle finally, instead of having to wait for some other means of getting it, like fishing or something. So that's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's going to be a bit. You got to get a few more cows to spawn. But that's good to know. Well, we were incredibly lucky. We got another cow to spawn, and it actually dropped 2 leather for us. So we can actually make ourselves a saddle now. I've been gathering a lot of iron, you can see. We're getting a decent stack right now. But if I pick up this leather and take that, we can actually craft ourselves our first saddle. And yeah, take this over here. I think this guy, he likes carrots. I don't deal with horses in general, so I am probably all wrong on this, but let me empty my pockets a little bit. And yeah, I think donkeys like carrots. I think horses also, you can train them with sugar, but it might just be horse specific. I don't know. We'll bring some sugar anyway, and we'll find out. Hey, dude. Will you? Okay, so he is eating the sugar. I know. How about I give you a carrot? Does that help? No, you don't want to be mine? No? Please? I can get you more sugar. I mean, I have a use for our sugar. I think it's something like, I don't remember if it was like a few pieces speeds up their taming rate or something. So let's see. Yeah, there we go. And now we can, I don't remember how. Is it E? There we go. And we can give him a saddle. And now we have a horse. Well, a donkey, but it's ours. He's ours. And we get to keep him now. You gonna go on a journey with us? You're gonna be, well, hold on. You need to be outfitted first. Before we go too much traveling with you, you need to have your proper outfit. There we go. And now we have our cool little donkey. That at least makes traveling a little bit faster. I don't know. Is there a way to see how fast animals go? I think I have a mod. Possibly hidden in my thing somewhere for that, but I don't know if it worked. I don't know if it will help me. We'll find out, but yeah, we at least have him. That's cool. So let's see. Well, we're invisible in, in this. I think that's probably the fresh animations causing some issues, but that's okay. We can see him in all his glory just on the side like this, so we don't have to worry too much about what he looks like in the HUD. But yeah, that's great. So now we have a great way to travel and bring stuff with us. I don't know if I want to keep... I want to get a lead. Do we have... We actually can make leads. Right. Is it 4-string? And we can make a lead, maybe? Do I just have to know that? Is it 5-string? It's probably 5-string. Yeah. And we can get ourselves a lead. And then do we have a fence? I don't see one. We can make one. That's no problem. Fences are easy. Yeah, and we'll just... Where do we want to put you? We'll put you here. Now let's hook you up, keep you there, and that should keep you safe. You're decently far away from the edge. You shouldn't fall off the thing. You can... if you want to get up there, you can, you know, trample my crops. Please don't trample my crops. But yeah, we're actually making some progress. We have a friend. And yeah, he gets to watch me take care of all the mobs. Surely he'll want to be my friend after seeing that, right? Oh, there we go. We finally got our pigs. It took a bit. Let's grab our boat. And I believe they like carrots, right? We'll find out. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, you guys like carrots. Perfect. We'll get you situated over here near the cows. And can I convince you? Yeah, perfect. We're getting a little menagerie going. I'm not sure if there's any other animals I need to be too concerned about. We got pigs, sheep, cows, chickens, 2 armadillos that are giving us a constant supply of scoots just on the regular. Not even doing anything to really get those. So yeah, the only thing we're really missing is we haven't seen a horse yet, and we haven't seen any wolves. So I think they spawn in savannas. I would assume so, but those are kind of the only things we're really missing. I'm not that concerned. We do have our donkey. That's kind of why I was really hoping for. Horses would be nice though, because then we could breed the donkey and a horse together and get a mule, and they will be as fast as the horse and have the ability to carry stuff. So that would be really nice. But we need to get a good horse first, and it's going to be a while before you can breed horses. I'm pretty sure they need, I think it's golden carrots or golden apples to make a new horse, or same thing with a donkey. So that's not going to happen anytime soon, but that would be something to consider in the future once we get a little bit more progress. But yeah, we're making some actual decent steps into this mod. We're still waiting on the water. Sorry, dude, you look like you're like struggling. If I just give you a little bit now, but we're still waiting on the water. It hasn't rained since it rained last time, so it's going to be a bit for that, but it is happening. We are making progress. I am getting more glowstone. It's taking a while. I am looking at the amount of redstone we have and wondering, is it worth us spending the time to put the redstone torches down everywhere and actually build ourselves a wandering trader platform, because they're not going to spawn. I think it's 24 blocks within us they don't spawn, so like this area could stay as it is. But I could put some platforms out there that are lit up so that we don't have to worry about mobs. And that wouldn't be too hard. We do have a decent supply of redstone. You can see we're already on 2 full stacks and almost a third. So it's not too hard for us to take advantage of that and use it so that we can actually start getting wandering traders. And that would probably help us in the long run. I was hoping to use glowstone because it would be more efficient. But right now we only have so much glowstone, and I think I want to keep that around this part of the base. More to help us speed up growing stuff, because yeah, if we are going to make that witch hut, we need a lot more trees than what we're getting so far. And it's you know, it's going to be a while anyway. If I went back to our main island, I could take more of the trees, or more of the grass from there, to get us some more trees growing, which would help speed it up more. Obviously, only having 4 trees is very limiting for how many are actually going to grow at a time, but again, it kind of goes back to the, do I end up expanding this and using this to help spawn our wandering traders, which I'm leaning towards at the moment. But oh, this is a tall one. But yeah, we need to get this set up if we're going to do that, so that I can actually take advantage of all this area and this time that I'm standing around not really doing anything. I will need to kind of cordon off this area somehow, just in case I accidentally miss a spot, so that I don't have to worry about a creeper like wandering up on me and accidentally like blowing up my entire thing. I don't want to deal with that. But that's one thought I had. I have to do a little bit more research as to wandering trader spawning. So I might take a look into that in a moment and see what that looks like. And then, yeah, maybe we'll put a few platforms out. It doesn't have to be many. If we just get a little bit of this area lit up and put some top slabs so that they're spawnable, we have a better chance of what we have right now. Because I think currently the only spawnable area is that little block over there. And yeah, that's going to be a very rare chance if the wandering trader can spawn. I think it's like 40 or 100 blocks or something around the player. I think it's 40 in each direction around the player. So yeah, it has to choose that spot specifically. That's just unlucky. That's not going to happen. But if we made this a little bit bigger, lit it up. Again, we picked a good area. There's no slime chunks nearby. We don't got to worry about that. So it could benefit us. I really need to. Every time I'm here, I'm like, these witches are very low. I have the ability to turn them down. It does have the ability to search. So if I just type in witch, yeah. So if we turn this down, turn it to like 10. What does that sound like? Okay, that's maybe a bit too quiet. There you go. Turn it down just a little bit so I know when they're here, because I really want to get the witches. But they are a very loud mob. All the mobs are very loud. There you go. That's a bit better. Hopefully that saves you guys a bit of having to listen to them screech every time they get hit. But yeah, look at this. We got some horses. Hi guys, how you doing? You guys probably aren't going to want me to sit on you, huh? That's okay. We can deal with this, but you're pretty. I appreciate you guys. You guys, I appreciate you too, but you're kind of holding up my mob cap. So are you guys, but you know, I feel less awful getting rid of these guys, and you guys make me sad when I get rid of you. So yeah. Sorry. This area is becoming a bit overrun with animals at the time, but woo! But that's okay. We just have to make sure we're staying aware of what's going on over there. According to my quick Google search, it seems that the wandering trader spawns in a 48 block around us. So if we're standing in this area, what we can do is if we use mini HUD, we can actually make a shape. Let me get rid of these. We can add, I mean, despawn sphere wouldn't be too bad, but can actually, yeah, I can do a cylinder. And then we configure this. And we want the radius to be 48. Not 140, just 48. There we go. Yeah, let's do it on the outer edge. 1 block is fine. Yeah, set it where we are right now. And then I just need to enable this shape render. And let's turn on free cam so we can see. So if this is the radius we have to deal with, it wouldn't be too hard to fill this in with spawnable blocks. Now, granted, where we have our animals at the moment, might be a little bit of an issue, but yeah. This isn't too bad of an area to fill in. We just got to remember that, like, this up here will prevent the wandering trader from spawning down below, so we don't really need to worry about that. But yeah, we might have enough torches to be able to cover most of this area. I'm not sure how close the wandering trader can actually spawn to us, which would be something to consider. Because if we don't have to make it, if it's like normal mobs and it takes 24 blocks for it to spawn, that means like basically out to where here, and we'd only have to do like this outer edge really. Now again, there's no information. I couldn't find any information about it, so I think we just make as much of this spawnable as possible and then hope that our torches are enough to actually keep us safe. This is what we're going to work on for the time being. I don't have much wood going. I haven't been grinding as hard. I've been trying to get more of the iron going first. But yeah, we're going to need to spend more time working on this. So a lot more tree cutting in my future, it seems, but that's okay. We can deal with this. It's not going to be too much of a hassle. But yeah, we'll knock this out, get some spaces so that hopefully we can get a wandering trader to spawn. And yeah, maybe we'll be able to start getting some emeralds finally. Okay, so we're starting this out. I just went to the edge of the platform that I have made so far. And I'm just going to slowly kind of fill it in. And do my best to keep this as lit up as possible. I think that's 6. Yeah, so we're going to do something kind of like this. It's not going to be a very good use of our torches, but if I can get a decent layer of stuff going around, then we have the opportunity for our wandering trader to spawn, and that will be more than enough. That's all I'm really concerned with at the moment. Probably is an efficient like torch pattern I could figure out to make this like perfectly efficient, but it'll probably be good enough without too much optimizing. See, probably like here. Yeah. And yeah, with the light levels from Mini HUD, it makes it very easy to know if something's lit up or not, so probably don't gotta be too concerned about it. I wonder. I'm getting too concerned about it. This is gonna be... Yeah, these ones are a bit scary, but that does work. So let's see. If we do this, we could potentially move this over 1, right? Yeah, and then that covers like this full area. Pretty efficient with our torch usage, but yeah. I'm just going to be kind of doing this for a while. I don't have that much wood on me, but we can obviously take a bit more. And yeah, I'm just going to start making platforms in this big circle we have around us. And maybe every once in a while coming back over here, swiping at these guys, making sure they don't clog up too much so we can keep getting our iron that we need. We do have enough now. We're at 14. So we could make our second cauldron. It hasn't rained yet, so I haven't done it yet. But we also have enough to make a hopper and a bucket. So with the hopper, like I said, if we thought about going to a witch hut and making a farm for them, that would be a really easy way for me to AFK and get resources for us. We actually got another zombie villager. Let's see if we can move him. But yeah, that would be something is now that we have an actual hopper, it'd be very easy for us to wander over, make that farm, and then take advantage of the times when I'm not actively playing the game to get us some resources. That's something I always kind of look for. Look, he's holding a thing, so we're good. We just got to clear these guys out. Even better. I love when they just work out the way you're hoping. Now I need to just not accidentally punch this guy. And we'll be fine. I wonder, maybe I can get a piece of gear from someone. Even if I just get some leather gear. No, I'm not giving him thorns. That's all we need. We'll give him these so I can identify him. And is there just a normal gold chest plate that's kind of broken? Sounds good. Some gold pants that are kind of broken. Sounds good. We're getting a backlog of animals over there, but that's okay. Yeah, if I get rid of you. And there's just this creeper here, it looks like. And skeleton. Cool. So now these guys should be the only ones in here. And hopefully if I toss this up there, he'll pick it up. Nice. Perfect. And we'll give him these. We'll give one of them those. I don't know who's going to steal them. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. They're all outfitted and working perfectly. And we'll just take one of these blocks and just shove it in there. That should separate them, so in case a mob gets in here, they won't try to get into this area, and that should keep them separated. We will eventually have to get a witch out of here, which shouldn't be too hard. I might at some point lure these guys out and trap them in a different area than where they are currently, but we can deal with that later. For now, let's work on everything. Let's work on everything, yeah. We're getting a collection of horses, apparently. It's fine. It's not an issue. We can deal with this. I may have to gently nudge some of them into the void, but you know, it'll be okay. They'll surely be okay. Or something. Who knows? Actually, we're pretty much set with our animals, so we don't really need to worry too much about that. Except for maybe the sheep eating all my grass. But we left some. I talked about this, and I didn't want to build it in a slime chunk. What did I do? Built it in a slime chunk. How do I do these things? How do I always do these things? Ah, no. Okay. Hold on. Slime chunk radius. Yeah, perfectly. I perfectly built it in the slime chunk. So amazingly so. Hi, since you're here, do you want to give me some slime? I swear. Well, time to take all this down. We could build basically everywhere else that's not in this area, but I don't want to deal with this hassle. It's just going to cause me too much issues. But, you know, here's some free slime while it's here. Maybe we'll just make these bottom slabs so we can just fill out the entire circle for safety reasons. But, like, I would totally do this. I would forget there was a slime chunk here and build my thing in it. This is what happens. So let's check out the other areas. This one, okay, part of the circle is in that one and that one. But otherwise, like this, the majority of it is not in slime chunks area. So it'll be fine. We'll be okay. We need to recover this stuff over here, but I swear, just Every time. If there's a way something can go wrong, it will go wrong. Okay. I'm going to work on this, making it less spawnable in the slime chunk area. And yeah, then once we get past the slime chunks section, I will actually make it where we could get wandering traders, hopefully. Ooh, it started raining again. Okay, I've been holding off on putting down a second cauldron just because I didn't want to be making too many of them and just be wasting our iron. But I feel like now that it's raining again, we have plenty of iron. So let's get 7 more. And we'll build 1 more cauldron. And hopefully that'll be just enough to get the water that we need. Again, it's going to be... We just kind of got to hope that it fills up. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of work. I got a decent amount of this part filled out, but I needed to get more wood to fill it out in a little bit more. I'm not sure how much I'm going to actually do of all of it. Am I going to do like this whole thing? Or maybe just up to like this point or something? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far yet. I may end up taking up some of these so that I can swap them to top slabs and get it a little bit closer to us. But I'm not sure how close wandering traders spawn to the player. So I figure if we at least take out or start with the outer edge of this ring, we'll have a better shot at it. Clearly something happened here. I think someone picked it up, unfortunately, but it looked like I got a disc. Yeah, you see that. So clearly I got in view of the mobs and a skeleton shot a creeper and luckily killed it. But yeah. Hey, whoever picked that up, give that to me. There's so much stuff in my inventory. I'm trying to sort this stuff out, but my gosh, it's just way too much stuff. It doesn't help that I have a billion swords in my inventory, so I don't have to constantly go make them, but there we go. What disc is this? Lava chicken. Ah! I haven't seen that one yet. Interesting. But yeah, apparently, I don't know what happened, but it drops. I guess we get a free music disc? I mean, it's just going to hold an inventory slot for me for a while, but you know, there we go. Free lava chicken disc. Weird things happening. It's going to be okay, right? I also managed to get a flame bow. So luckily, if we get more mobs, I might actually be able to use that to get some cooked meat, and we can actually have some like decent food for once instead of eating this rotten flesh. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but having some cooked meat would be really useful, especially if we're dealing with thorns like I've been dealing with recently. So, and it would also help in any of the other future projects we have to deal with, like especially curing those villagers. We're going to need a lot of healing. I do have some instant healing potions that I've gotten from some witches that I figure we might keep around for when we do deal with that, but having some cooked meat actually would be really useful with that. You can see we're getting a good stack of uncooked meat. But if we could just figure out a way to get them like grouped up so I could just get them with like 1 or 2 arrows, that would be really nice. Yeah, we're getting tons of scoots and we have tons of horses. Luckily, some of them have been, I don't know exactly what keeps happening to them, but these guys keep getting up here. I keep kind of nudging them off, and then they eventually find their way back up here. But trying to keep this area clear so we get, obviously there's a staircase, so they're getting up here via that method, but trying to keep this as clear as possible so we can get stuff. But then you have this guy who's just an overachiever and just jumps all the way up. I suppose I could set them up set some leads over there and put those guys in the corner or over here. It wouldn't be too bad to just keep them chained up over here for a while, just because I want to keep that area as pig, don't jump, you'll be okay. The horse is trying to commit murder. Maybe we don't want that horse. But yeah, plenty of stuff going on. And you can see we're getting a lot of iron. And so many witches. I'm still kind of leaning towards building up north and hitting a witch hut to build a witch farm. Just so we can get more witch drops quicker than doing it this way. Because you can see it takes a while to get through their health bar. So definitely once we want to actually build out of, or need tons of redstone, having that set up would be really beneficial so we don't have to deal with this long process of getting through their health. But yeah, so far so good. I've made decent progress on our platform. I still haven't gotten a single wandering trader yet. But also we only have about a quarter of the platform done. And again, they take a while. I think it's like 20 minutes for one to even attempt to spawn. And we were very late to getting this set up. So we're probably have a while we gotta wait before we start even seeing them. But decent amount of progress. I'm still working on getting more wood. It's taking a while just to get through stuff, but it's more because I'm jumping between projects. If I was sitting, dedicating a lot more time to it, I probably could knock it out. We have tons of bones, as you can see, so we could easily just grow up a bunch of trees. I may end up, I think I'm going to expand the platform a bit. I might go back to the main island and steal some more dirt blocks so we can get a few more trees growing. Just because I don't want to cut into this too much. I suppose I could take these two. It wouldn't hurt to have those taken out. But if I can get just a few more trees growing, and we should have enough glowstone to get them lit up so that they grow during the night. But yeah. Technically, we could take advantage of this big platform and just place more trees out here, but I'm trying to keep them close to me. I think the random tick range is like 5. I want to say it's like 5 chunks away. So like we could take advantage of the entire platform that we're making and just take all the dirt from the first area and get as many trees growing.
But I kind of want to save some of our dirt for future projects. But getting a few more trees set up would be nice.
But it also, every time one grows, it takes me away from working at the mob spawner, so it's kind of depends on what we're more focused on. Luckily, we have all the iron we need. We're pretty much set for iron, at least for a bit. Now, obviously, we're going to want, like, let's see, we want 3 for a bucket, ideally 5 for a hopper. So we have some of the stuff we need, and then we have extras. So it isn't too much of a concern, but we're going to need more hoppers in the future. And I'd rather kind of grind it out now than worry about it too much as we're going. Because, yeah, I need to stay around here anyway to get our cauldrons full. And we could move these. We didn't get any water. It was really sad. We didn't get any water on the last time it rained. And like I said, I set up 2 just in case, but I'm unsure if I want to set up more, just because we kind of want to save our iron for better things. And after we get our first water block, we really don't need these cauldrons anymore. I mean, yeah, we could use them for villagers later on, but like, leatherwork is not a big trade I'm that concerned with. I suppose it would be good for getting emeralds once we get into the nether, and we can actually trade with piglins and do that, because they'll get a ton of leather from that. And the hoglin farms, those will give you tons of leather as well. But for right now, I'm not that concerned with it. I don't want to make a ton of cauldrons. We might later once we have an iron farm, but for now, I want to limit our iron usage as much as possible. So yeah, I'm going to probably stick with these for now, unless we happen to get like a ton of iron all of a sudden. But yeah, we're going to probably just stick with that, and we're just going to have to play the waiting game. Again, tell me what you guys think on if you want me AFKing between streams. Like, I did a little bit this time, but it was mostly just to get the wood so we could build this platform and this mob farm. But do you want me AFKing to spend up time? I probably will later on when we are doing the actual wandering trader grind, since they take 20 minutes between each spawn. But I might be able to like do that where I'm waiting and I'm also like fishing or something to like take the time. So I'm not just like truly AFK, or I might just truly AFK. I haven't quite figured that out yet. But it's going to be a bit before we even there, so it's not a concern that we need to be thinking about right now. But yeah, I do want to hear what you guys think, because I may not follow what you guys suggest, but if a lot of you are saying the same thing, that at least gives me an idea of what you all are looking for. And that's better than me just going with what I think and being completely wrong with what you guys want to see. Unless, of course, you guys are just enjoying watching me make silly mistakes while trying to get through this mod pack. And in which case, I have no problem making more silly mistakes, but you know, I don't want to waste your guys' time trying to figure out stuff that you guys would rather see either me go through on actual camera, or you would rather get to experience the mistakes as they happen in real time. I mean, so far we have at some point I need to make a guardian farm. I've never actually made a guardian farm in my Minecraft career. So that's going to be an interesting thing to figure out. But once we get water, we could actually make that once we have enough blocks to do it. And we have a ocean monument nearby. So it's not like it would be that hard for us to get there and set one up. So, you know, that might be something we do just so I can, like, have fun building a new farm I've never built before. But yeah, we still gotta wait for water before we can even worry about that, but then you guys get to help me figure out how guardian farms work. I'll probably do research before we get to that point, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting figuring that out and making sure I do it correctly, because I'm not sure how easy it's gonna be to deal with them after it's built. Like, I've raided our ocean monuments in normal Minecraft, but I did it with like invisibility potions and night vision potions, so like that's fine when you have that stuff, but we don't have that, and this armor is not meant to really protect me from anything besides like the occasional thorns from our mobs up there. But I don't think they could handle a guardian attack, so I'm hoping we don't have to deal with that. Hopefully we build it correctly the first time, and it's just me needing to maybe make some tweaks here or there, but not have to deal with live guardians in my Skyblock world trying to kill me. Well, it finally happened. I accidentally fell out of the world. I mean, we lost a few blocks, but nothing we can't get back, so kind of sucks, but that's what happens when you're too into what you're doing to pay attention to actually click buttons. But no worries, we'll be able to get those blocks back. It was just some wood, so nothing too concerning. But now I gotta go back to chopping down trees. But it took a long time. I've been trying to adjust our platform. You can see I'm trying to make sure I'm not building in slime chunks, but finally we got our wandering trader. Of course he spawns on the grass. But whatever. Fortunately, water bottles, we don't have those. Fermented spider eye. Do you have anything that would have been useful? Open eye blossom. I don't know what that is. Is that the new something? Is that the new, like, what is it? The pale sapling? I don't know what that is, but it might just be a flower. So nothing insanely useful. So I mean, the cherry sapling would have been nice, but we can't deal with anything. We don't have the mushroom needed for a fermented spider eye or anything. So unfortunately, you're not what we need. I appreciate you showing up, but like, yeah, I'm not ready to do water bottles yet. Once we get a water source, that will be a great trade. But hay bales, come back and offer me hay bales. Go with that. But yeah, I've been slowly moving the animals around to make enough space for him. But like, at least finally we got a thing. Of course, it's day 65. And it's going to be a bit before he respawns. So hopefully it's not too long, but yep, and it's nighttime. But yeah, it's going to be a bit before he spawns. But yeah, I've made significant progress. I still fell off the world once, but after falling off the world, you can see I got a good chunk of this set off. We're ignoring this piece over here. This is the slime chunk. I originally built, you could see like 4 layers into it. And then remember there was a slime chunk here, and I'm not going to fill in the rest of that circle because it's just slime chunk and it's just a waste of my wood. But we have a decent sized platform to hopefully get the next spawns from this guy. So hopefully, and one thing I suppose we could do is make sure his spawn counter starts now. You guys might not want to watch this. But finally, we at least got him to spawn. So we at least know he exists and can be spawned here. So good thing to know. And you saw there that he actually does have the trades for emeralds. So we don't have to worry too much about getting emeralds once we actually get the stuff we can actually use to trade. Because again, the only water we have at the moment is this single source of water. It's only level 1. It still hasn't gotten any better since last time. But once we get 3 levels, we only need 3 levels. So we're 2 away, but you know, it's still going to be a while for this to happen. So I think I might continue building out this platform. I don't know if I'm going to do all of it. We might just stick with this for now, or at least once I finish. I've been flipping these up, picking them up off the bottom slab and putting them on the top slab, since you can see with Mini HUD's light level, most of them are a good light level, so we shouldn't have any mobs spawning on these platforms. So it's okay for us to do this. And obviously, like I said, we got the guy to spawn, so it is possible. Now, I'm hoping it's not just a full block. These are all slabs, because I didn't want to deal with having to waste so much wood on this, but I've just kind of been here picking up these and reusing them and just putting them on the top slab so that we have spawnable spaces. But it's a bit of a time-consuming task. I'm going to get back to it. We'll see how far around I get. I know that because we have our mob spawn covering some of it, we don't want to make some of that area spawnable because the wandering trader will never spawn there. He spawns on the highest Y level from what my research has told me. Because there are blocks above it, he'll never spawn underneath that mob farm. But so that means I don't have to do this over there. I can just leave those things as bottom slabs. But at least in this area, I figure if I swap these from bottom slabs to top slabs, gives us more opportunities for the next wandering trader to spawn a bit quicker, possibly. I'm trying to take advantage of as many spawning spots as we can, because their rate of spawning is already low enough as it is. So let's get as many as we can. Give it the highest chance of happening as we can. So I'm gonna get back to it, because you guys don't want to sit around watching this, I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's raining. Do you think this will be our chance? Hopefully it rains for a bit, but we'll see. But yeah, I'll update you if these guys fill, and I'll be right back. Uh-oh. There's thunder and lightning. Hopefully it doesn't strike any of our wood platforms that are definitely definitely susceptible to fire. I don't want to sleep through the night because we need the rain, but fire check is on. I don't know if it's gonna like destroy. We're gonna have to be aware. I don't want it to destroy any of this area. You also have to be aware of trap horses in case the lightning hits an area and spawns one. This could get dangerous. You ready to protect me? No, that's my job? Okay. Well, second sword acquired. Let me make it a little bit more durable. Hopefully we'll be okay, but I'm not looking forward to anything that might happen from this. Unless we get water. I could maybe deal with it. If in exchange for some chaos we get water. I'm like terrified to turn around and see a skeleton horse. But we got another wandering trader. He wandered over while I was building up this area. Unfortunately, he doesn't have any good trades at the moment, but it was raining a little bit ago, and we should go check to see if we got water. We only had one level last I checked, but we might have gotten lucky. Oh, actually, one of them fully filled up. Oh, great. Okay. Let's get our iron. Let's get ourselves a bucket. We need this. Need a bucket. And boom. First water. It took so long. You don't understand how long this took, but we have water finally. And now to be certain. Okay, I need some blocks. Give me some blocks. Let's take this. We'll use this platform over here since we have this nice platform that I've made. And we'll just make this nice T shape. Put our water on this thing. It'll start flowing, and then I need to get... There's multiple ways to extend your water, but I really like this way, where you take just a single piece of bone meal. You put your water up, like I said, in this one spot up here, and then it flows out in this kind of T-shaped pattern. Then you take your bone meal and you bone meal the center of the T. And in doing that, you get, you can see, multiple water sources. And they destroy all your torches. Oh no. But if I take this and dump it down there and pick up this one, you can see we now have this full water source thing right now. And I gotta fix these torches. Oh no. Okay, I think that's it. But yeah, we have water finally. So we can actually like fix some of this stuff. I mean, one thing we could do is put water. We could actually pick up. I'd have to make myself a pickaxe. Gosh. So many things. Get this. We can pick these up. We don't really need these anymore. So they can go somewhere. We'll put them in here. And then, do I have a stair? I normally have, yeah. I normally have a few stairs lying around. So let's take a stair, put it here. We'll just put, I guess we'll do a block. We'll put a torch there to keep it spawn proof. And let's take one of these water sources and let's put it over here. There we go. Now we can actually have our farm being watered. Progress. We're making it through. We're doing stuff finally. So quick update. I actually got the platform finished. I got distracted after we got water set up. But yeah, the whole platform is finished. So we have finished pretty much what I kind of set out to do in this episode. It's a little bit more than I wanted. Honestly, there was so much time spent waiting on getting the iron and the water to fill that, yeah, it's just probably going to be a lot of me cutting out stuff in this. But yeah, so much accomplished. We're going to have so much to look forward to in the next episodes because of that. Because now that we have water, it actually opens up a ton of stuff. We could go to the jungle and get bamboo. We could go to the witch hut and set that up. We could have a flushing witch farm. I haven't made one of those in like years, but that might be something to consider. And we could even make a flushing mob farm like this one. We could take this thing down and actually make it more efficient. So yeah, there's so much to look forward to. And not to mention stuff like the mod having a special way to get sand that requires water. So we can work on that too. So much to look forward to. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling. I have spent so much time in this world getting this stuff set up. But like, look at all of this. Look at all of the progress we've made. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. If you've been enjoying this, make sure you subscribe. And I hope to see you all in the next video.